We've got a million zeros to add to that number, plus a ton of new upgrades. And the best part is they've sponsored me to make a giant mess of their game, so thank you for that. Now the first thing we're going to need is more zeros. $42 is not good enough for me. So we'll start off by buying a sword. Each one of those adds 0.1 coins per second. So we'll just go ahead and buy a bunch of those. We're already up to half a coin for every second. And he seems pretty excited about that. So we're just going to keep building up for now, because the more coins per second, the more we get from picking up a coin. I'm 40% sure. And we can buy a shield already. That's going to add a solid 1 coin per second. 1.7. Plus we brought this sword up to level 10. That means I can now upgrade it if I want to pay for it, and they give me double the coins. 3 coins per second. We got an achievement for 100 coins, and I'm on about 3 coffees per second at this rate. And we got the random box and another achievement, so a box will show up once in a while. We touch it, we get good things. So at 3 coins per second, all we need is 60 here. That's going to give us an extra 1 per second, 4 per second, and that's going to grow exponentially from here on out. Plus, we'll go ahead and buy the boost. That means we can touch that every once in a while. We run faster, we pick up coins faster. This one's worthwhile. Each coin you pick up gives you 25%, so every coin should be worth 25% of that. But I mean, even at 5 coins per second, we're moving along really nicely. And if we buy a few of those, 8 coins per second, plus one of these, that gave us 740, which is enough to buy armor, which adds 8 coins per second. We're up to 16 per second already. The next upgrade is 1280, but at 16 coins per second, that's not nearly as bad as it sounds. Especially not for you guys, you just have to sit back and watch for a few seconds. These things usually take me a long time. I'm going to go ahead and get this up to level 10 because it's worth it compared to that, and that should mean I can also upgrade that shield. So now they give double, we're up to 30 coins per second. And we hit 1,000 coins, we're up to 4 digits. We want 4,000, we're going to get there. Gain 2% bonus, which isn't much, but that'll add up eventually. Alright, more armor, which now gives 8.1 instead of 8, so the sky's the limit now. This is free on Steam, by the way. Why are you even still watching my video? Go play it. So the next thing is the helmet. We need to protect his precious brain. What would he do without that? So we need to save up 16,000. We're going to buy a bunch of armor. That puts us up to 88 coins per second, which is a big boost. And I do especially know how much you guys all like numbers. That's pretty much why you're here. So let's go ahead and take that armor up to level 10. That means we get a bonus pay. And now we can also get Belt of Knowledge, increase your bonus coins per second by 1% for every achievement. That puts us up to 110, and we're going to have a lot of achievements because we're an achiever. There's an extra 5,000, so let's double our armor bonus. That's going to put us up to 200 coins per second. And we finally get enemies start appearing for only $5,000, but we broke into 5-digit numbers. Die, bees. Okay, that actually gave me a few $1,000s, so that's good. We can afford a helmet now for his precious head. That adds 51.7 coins per second, so that was a 25% increase. So killing that guy now got me about $2,000 just for one single bumblebee. Imagine if that was real life. There'd be even less bumblebees in the world, and we'd have a lot more problems again. Oh, and that was a 9 times bonus, so for a minute and 15, we get 9 times coins per second. So we're up to 2,200. So that's probably a good time to buy a whole bunch of helmets. So let's double our helmet bonus, so we're up to $11,500 per second. Oh, plus we get to hit another one of these, which is good luck. Oh, we're going to get a frenzy. Okay, we need to run right into this. This is really lucky to find this early on. I was going to hit my boost, but I would jump through too many of the coins. So we're just going to go ahead and enjoy some of these. We've broken 7 figures. We're definitely escalating way quicker than I thought we would. Now we're going to run. We have almost $3 million to spend. It's almost like the game knows I like these big numbers. Look at these innocent little bees. The last victims of my bonus. So I guess we could probably afford things like the boots. Those are going to give us a 581 boost. And then the ring, which is a 4,600 boost. So we're up to $6,500 per second. So I think before buying anything else, we're just going to buy that again. Then a whole bunch of these. And that's going to put our coins per second up to 14,000. So then we'll buy a fee for me. Each coin you pick up gives 10% of your, so 1,400 extra dollars. Unlock the Jewels of Soul tab. I don't know what those are, so we're going to go buy them. $500,000 for rookie quests. It's flattering that they even think I'm a rookie. Luckily, these basically do themselves. 100 coins, 150 wasps, 5 boxes. It's really just a waiting game, but here's a box now. There's an extra $1.2 million easy. I'm going to buy the Hill Giants just to get them out of the way. They were kind of annoying me there. I guess I probably want the next level for boots. So we'll get those to level 10. That's probably going to be not as expensive as I thought. After buying that, we're up to 22,200 coins per second. Every 5 seconds, $100,000. Oh, the hill giants are actually here. I thought they were elsewhere. So that's going to be a big bonus to our coins. How much do we get for one of those? 1.2 million. So that means we can buy a few more rings. Every one of these is going to give us an extra 4,700 coins per second. So we're up to 32,000. And here's a frenzy. With bees hiding in there. They're not supposed to be in there, but they're going to get murdered all the same. I see a bee. I heard it. That was very satisfying. Back to running along, murdering things. Oh, here's another one of these guys. Oh, and we got our coin purse done. We picked up 100 coins. What's our reward? We got Giant Slayer, which costs $500 million, so it's not really that much of a reward, but we do extra damage against them to kill them quicker. I feel like I blinked and suddenly have $19 million. I might have had a mini stroke. It's all the same to me because there's the next upgrade, $72,000 per second. And we've killed 3 giants, so we now get Soul's Flask, which I'm sure is wonderfully affordable. Oh, it actually is. So we get to keep their souls in a bottle now for only $1 million. Yes, please. Might as well take these two. There's a 0.5% increase per achievement, so that added 4,000. That one added another 2,000. And that's every second, and we're going to be at this for a lot of seconds. So killing a bumblebee now yields us 325,000. 6 coins gets us 650,000, so they're about $100,000 each. Next, let's try and get the ring up to level 10 so we can hopefully get its nice little bonus. Anyways, there's the next ring, 110,000 per second. So it's about 9 seconds to get us $1 million right now. And the silver ring is about $10 million, but that's going to add like 50,000 per second. So that pays for itself in 200 seconds. My math might be entirely wrong there. It's very late, but it pays for itself quickly. Probably just take my word for that. Soul Gather. Enchant your sword to extract the souls of the enemies you kill. Yeah, we probably need that. We need to extract the souls before bottling them. Then, I don't know what golden artifacts are, but they give me another tab here. So, it looks like there's going to be some permanent upgrades. We can get a lava mace or a lava scythe, and souls bonuses and all sorts of stuff. We'll get to that later, if at all. For now, we're perfectly happy grinding our way through all this. Plus, we have the ability to ascend already. But since we don't get a CPS bonus, we won't do that yet, but we do get the points that we can unlock all of this wonderful stuff. It's just going to take a little while to get there. I'm going to add the VAT, which is going to give me 21% of my current CPS for every coin we pick up. So that's going to be a pretty big difference overall. And speaking of which, that was good timing. Here's a frenzy. So we've already got 10, 12, 15, $20 million from all this, and there's an idiot right in the middle of it. How wonderful. We'll be sure to kill him, then be on our way. Okay, he's dead, and there's another $20 million to add to our collection. So I guess we'll just buy 10 of these, really. We're up to 350,000 per second, so 3 seconds is $1 million. Ooh, look at all this stuff. That's it. Oh, I missed the bee. We can't let any bees survive. What we can do is buy another few levels of these. We're into the 100 million somehow. I guess that's in total money earned, because I do not have $100 million. We do earn $500,000 per second, though, so that feels good. It's a bee box. And we get a frenzy again. This is good. This is probably going to add up to a few dollars, and I like dollars. That's definitely enough to get us to level 10 there with $200 million left over. So we're going to double the output there for 70 million. We're up to $1 million per second, plus an achievement. The next weapon is going to be 580 million, which is about 580 seconds. I just found $108 million in one of the boxes, so all we need to do is hit a few of those and we'll have more money than we know what to do with. $700 million later, and we can get ourselves an axe. Only one, but that puts us up to 1.26 million per second. Around 150 million in a box, we're gonna kill him. I'm thinking we should maybe get some of these up to level 25, because they're still very cost effective. Like, we could maybe start with the silver ring to see if we could get it there. If we buy 10 levels there, it's gonna cost $100 million, plus another 5, plus I should definitely buy this Chainmail of Greed, get a 0.01% CPS bonus for every equipment level. So that's actually, it's not going to give much now, but if we upgrade things like, say, this, every time we do that, that's going to give a pretty big boost. And look how cheap that is still. There's a level 50 sword. We can get up to level 100, which did make a difference here. $1.52 million a second. Plus we can do that and then that, and that's 1.54 million per second. Okay, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to get 50 levels of shield and armor. That puts us up to an even 1.6 million, plus I could buy things like those, 1.61 million. Oh, I forgot about the helmet altogether too, 467 million. We can buy more of this though, because that's going to put us up to $2.24 million per second. These ones are getting pretty expensive. This will still give us 12,000 per second for 40. These are more worth it right now though. The knife's still worth it over the axe though, because it only takes 2 of these to be worth one of those, and the cost is still like less than a third of this one. I think after defeating this stony moron, we're going to be well over $1 billion.
Yay!
And then we naturally have some fun options here. I'm going to get more enemies appearing for 600 million and then also bigger coin patterns. Those are just going to lead to a lot more money that I can pick up off the ground because a cluster of 6 coins now is $25 million. Plus we have these ones on the ground now. 5 of those is worth 60 million. That's going to add up super fast. Then I'm just going to work backwards, and if things are fairly cheap, I'm going to buy another 10 levels of things. So 10 of you, not you maybe, not you. Well, actually 10 of you is fine. We could get a level 50 helmet. I don't think it's really going to make a difference now. We didn't even see the number move, but it will eventually. So what I really need is 13.5 billion to get 10 levels of axe, which won't actually take us that long. We're about halfway to what we need. That didn't really take that long at all. And now we have a horde of enemies, so this is going to be worth probably $1.5 billion by the time it's done, and there's no bees left in the world. Plus we get a reward for that. It's called Beekeeper, but we didn't really keep them. Now, because there's something wrong with me, I saved up for all 10 levels of the axe all at once, so we're going to go from 3.4 million per second to about 6 million per second right in time for a frenzy. So this will be worth considerably more than ever before. We're already up to $1 billion again. And after killing another stony idiot, we've got 3.36 billion to spend, plus whatever that is, so we're going to get an extra axe bonus. That puts us up to about $9 million per second. So the axe itself brought us from like 3 million to 9 million. And we got another 9 times coin bonus per second, so we're up to 80 million per second. I can already buy the level 1 staff, which adds 1.64 million, so we're definitely going to keep stacking up everything we can in a hurry. So the upgrades are getting expensive now. Even at this 9 times bonus, it's taking a long time, but I did hit another one of these. Please be a frenzy. $13 billion is also not bad at all. We're about to run out of our bonus, but we're left with $20 million a second, which means every 5 seconds is 100 million, every 50 seconds is $1 billion. But since the axe is now cost effective again, we're going to buy a few of those, $20.5 million every single second of my life. And there's another 9 times coins per second, so we can have that for a minute and 15 seconds, $204 million every second. And we're going to see how big I can make that number. That added $15 million per second, a single upgrade. So we need to hope for another yellow box and lots of coins and lots of bees. And the amount of bonus we have left, we're probably hopefully going to get close to that. Yeah, there's $20 billion, so we're already there. So the next black staff puts us up to $433 million a second. $1 billion every 2.5 seconds right now. The bonus is about to wear out, but we're still left with $50 million a second. So 20 seconds equals $1 billion if I'm not picking up any of the coins, which I often am. Which means it's probably a pretty good time to just let things run for a little bit to save up some money. I'll come back and we'll spend a fortune. A small little short break later, I've got $400 billion to spend on whatever frivolous things I would like. And while this is pretty expensive at $330 billion, it will actually double my income from $48 to $98 million a second. And since we have a frenzy coming up anyway, let's go ahead and hit this a few times, and now we're at $104 million a second, coming into a wall of coins, which gave us another 30 billion or so I'll definitely take that. I've just realized the game actually gave me 150 of these purple drops to begin with, which I can use for a 15-minute bonus. So I could get 100 times coins per minute for 15 minutes. Why would we not do that? So now we're making $10.5 billion a second, so that's going to help expedite our process a little bit. 15 minutes of pure joy. And uncontained wild spending. Can I buy 10 levels of this yet? But to emphasize how expensive upgrades are, even at 100 times right now, it's... Oh, here's a horde. It's still taking us a good second to be able to afford anything. But we've still got 14 minutes of high-end earnings. These guys are getting me trillions of dollars now. So there's $10 trillion just like that, which has unlocked the thing beyond the bow. So we're going to buy one of those, but before getting carried away, we're going to go to the level 10 bow and then hopefully be able to buy the better version of the bow. We're up to $282 billion a second. Plus we'll unlock some new quests. Then we're going to go back here and we're going to start buying the spell books. We can afford 3 of them so far. Things are so stupidly expensive, but we're making almost $1 trillion a second. And that means that killing one of these gets me $53 trillion. We've made hundreds of trillions now. And here comes another horde. We're getting some very good luck. And there's the spirit, which is even beyond the spell book. I'm going to try and buy some of these. Well, we're just going to finish this horde first. So we're going to buy one more of those, level 10 spell book. For 18.6 trillion, we get the better version of that. $3.65 trillion a second. Who knew that getting 100 times multiplier would be so effective? These spirits, however, they do cost $220 trillion per upgrade, so never mind, we're just going to buy them all. That was a really big box. And yeah, the Grand Spirit, the upgraded version of that, is $1 quadrillion even. We have 12 quadrillion, we're going to buy that. We're up to $423 trillion a second. So there's something beyond that called a necklace for 150 quadrillion. We're going to get there because we're going to buy plus 5% bonus CPS. Each coin gives you 6% of your CPS, 0.5% per achievement, 3% bonus CPS, 1% CPS to another 1. Are these making much of a difference? 535 trillion to 546. That's going to add up for sure. Extra value for coins, extra CPS, extra CPS. We've killed 170 worms, so that means we get some kind of upgrade somewhere. Still not enough for the necklace yet. Oh, there's 22 times coins value though, so that's going to be absurd. So we just made $220 quadrillion. There's another 150. I'm getting lost in all the numbers now. Okay, we're going to buy this. That doubled our income to $67 quadrillion a second. So we've got $2 quintillion overall now, which for those of you that can't do math is a lot. So while we're at it, we're going to buy the pizza. Then we're going to buy, this gives us 100% more coins, 3% bonus CPS, 2% bonus CPS, 10% max boost, 1% bonus CPS. Plus we've got the 150 coins we need. So for $2.5 trillion, a collectible magnet and a bigger magnet. So now the coins will hoover into us. Okay, then by the time I even get back to this menu, we can probably afford pretty much whatever we want. We're going to buy 10 levels of this to double our income. Maybe another 10 levels of that to double our income again. $4.5 quintillion a second. If we ascend now, we'll get 48 Slayer points. We get a 50% boost on top of that. But we have got into the sextillions of dollars now. That's a lot of zeros. Which means we could buy another 10 levels of Ancient Necklace. And that should mean we could buy a necklace that's probably very expensive. It's only $1 sextillion. Which we can now afford after killing that idiot. So $12 quintillion a second. So I might as well buy this. So let's go back again and buy as many levels of things as we can. We can buy 200 levels of the sword if we want, which I don't know if that really made a difference. I wasn't watching, but that should make a small difference at least. Because we could buy the demon sword, the great sword, the ember sword. We can't even afford some of the later ones. They're just too strong. But I'm going to try and bring things up to maybe level 100 or so. That should be easy enough for most of these because we're pretty rich. And we have a horde incoming, so let's upgrade the bow to level 100 and hopefully this to level 100 and then we can get the horde. We're currently making $17 quintillion a second, but this horde is going to get us about $10 sextillion. So basically what that means is numbers don't really even matter anymore. We're going to bring this up to level 100. Now we have to buy all the upgrades. I'm sure they're going to be getting expensive before long, but they're into quintillions. These ones are getting into sextillions, so that is actually going to start to hurt a little bit. I'm going to skip on the purple box for now. I want more random boxes though. We get twice as many of those suddenly, and those give us a lot. But now I'm kind of wondering if these multiply each other. Like if I was to spend 40 of my remaining 750 times bonus, do we get a 5,000 times bonus? Let's find out. Okay, that just eliminated my 100 to instead give me a 50. Lesson learned. Well, I do still have 30 left over, so I'm going to buy this for an extra 10% bonus CPS. That'll help. Lava Mace unlocked. Well, I mean, I've got 13 sextillion dollars, so I shouldn't complain. I'm just really annoyed that I'm getting half the coins I could be right now. It would be nice to get the Divine Necklace up to a proper level 100. So if I buy 10 levels of that, that's going to be a big difference to our coins per second. Then we might have to buy them one at a time for a while because they're getting expensive. But we're up to $13.4 quintillion a second. I'm not going to lie to you. Now that I've had a taste of the good stuff, I can't help but wonder.
I got a bad feeling about this.
We knew what a 100 times was like and that was good. Then we moved to a 50 times and that wasn't as good but still pretty fun. 500 times looks good. Well, I'm going to have a frenzy and collect a bunch of coins while we think about that. And on top of all that, I got a 9 times coins per second. I'm not sure if that even factors in at this point. I don't think it does. Alright, well since I can't handle the disappointment, I've definitely acquired another 700 purple gems, so we're going to buy a 500 times multiplier. That's better, we're up to $140 quintillion a second for the next 15 minutes. Now it's time to shine. Picking up 3 coins gets me $1.5 sextillion right now. So that should get me 1.5. That's crazy though. Even at a 500 times multiplier, we're still fighting this hard. But here's another frenzy. This should be worth quite a few coins, especially with my coin magnet, so I should miss very few. Looks like this will be worth about $50 sextillion all by itself. But we've got upgrades on the building block that's 500 septillion. So that's 500,000 sextillions. Here's another frenzy. I didn't really mean to boost through this because we're going to miss a lot of these coins, but we're still going to make 25, 30, maybe even 40 sextillion dollars. Okay, we've unlocked another 225 sextillion dollars. That means I can buy another 10 levels, which puts you from 157 up to 177 quintillion dollars every second. I think it's wise at this point, while I've still got my bonus for 6 minutes to buy the Belt of Wisdom, increase your bonus CPS by 3% per achievement unlocked. I discounted, I have about 80 achievements unlocked, so hopefully that's going to be a big gap. So we're going to go from 177 to 339 quintillion dollars a second. We basically doubled our income, and we had a lot of money coming in before. 500 times multiplier will do that. I did also just find a 24 times coin multiplier. I'm not sure if it factors in. I guess it does because we did just make 100 sextillion dollars off a few coins. And here's a nice little frenzy that's going to put us well into over 900 sextillion dollars. In one orange box later, we're getting a horde incoming as we're about to hit 1 septillion dollars. These are going to put me well into the septillion dollar mark, and there's even an achievement for that, because that little horde of bees got me 171 sextillion dollars, or about 1/5 of a septillion. Which means I can buy another 10 levels of the Divine Necklace, which puts you up to 385 quintillion, but I've also got enough to double the income from those, so we're going to go from 385 to 514 quintillion dollars a second for 3.5 minutes. Okay, so now we want to probably get an extra 4% bonus CPS to bring us up to 540. And for good measure, here's yet another horde. I also got a few achievements for clicking around the menu. Long story short, this horde of coins is going to get us about 200 sextillion dollars. Now in total, we've earned it 2.3 septillion dollars, and we collected almost 7,000 coins. And we got a 23 times coin value, so I really need to get some coins right now. We need to get moving along. I think I actually have a thing for bigger coin patterns. Wish I had bought that a second ago, because we're going to run out of time before we even see any more. Well, now that my 500 times bonus is worn out, we're back to only 1.15 quintillion dollars a second, which is still pretty good, but it doesn't stand up to the sextillions that we need. Luckily for me, I can buy another 250 levels of shield, which is obviously going to be a huge multiplier here. So we went from 1.15 to 1.24, a marginal increase. We could buy 200 here though, and 175 here. That did actually make a pretty big difference, considering they're all, not really making a big difference themselves, but the achievements and their levels are what's getting us somewhere. Plus, it's fun to watch the numbers come back once I click on them all like that. And all these achievements that are just endlessly going right now, they also help quite a bit. So I'm just going to go buy all available to all of this stuff. Some of this stuff's obviously going to get expensive, like dragon armor, but we'll get there. One infernal shield, please. Well, a sextillion dollars is pretty good. That's a lot of zeros, but next time we're going to do a lot better.